But up next, the TNA Knockouts are in action when Taylor Wilde goes head-to-head with Rosey Lotta. You are watching TNA Xplosion, and this is the kind of great action you're going to see each and every week. Behind-the-scenes stuff from backstage, great action in the ring, and we're about set, Taz.
Are you ready? Are you ready for a whole lot of Rosey? Rosey Lotta right now!
TNA Knockouts action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's TNA Knockouts action. Introducing first of all, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Rosey Lotta.
Couldn't help but notice that Rosey, she's from Las Vegas. You know, my broadcast partner on Impact, Mike, today's from Vegas. I wonder how well he knows Rosey.
Oh, I'm sure they're good pals.
My gosh.
I'm sure they're good pals. Goodness gracious, there she is, Rosey.
Wow, she's rolling around like a hippo out of the water, baby. I love it.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Subtle.
Subtle, exactly. And she may outsize you, but she can also outsmart you, out-wrestle you. This gal is a lot more dangerous than she appears. And certainly, as we have learned over the last several weeks, Rosey Lotta can dish out a lot of pain.
Yeah, well, you locked lips with her on a recent Impact episode, I believe.
Thanks for reminding me.
How'd that work out? All right.
Introducing her opponent, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, TNA Knockout, Taylor Wilde.
The native of Toronto, Taylor Wilde, making her way to the ring against Rosey Lotta. TNA Knockouts action this week on Xplosion. Taz, we are off and going. This week's exclusive matchup kicks off with this TNA Knockouts matchup, and I gotta ask you right now, Taylor Wilde has to be distracted. Her mind has to be elsewhere after what we saw earlier with Sarita.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's, I guess it just blew up between the former best friends. We'll have to see how that whole situation evolves with Taylor and Sarita. One of my favorite knockout tag teams, by the way.
Absolutely. First TNA Knockouts tag team champions, Taylor Wilde and Sarita. Now looks as though those tag team titles are far from their grasp with the beautiful people.
Yeah. See all that red stuff around the ring. I think that's part of the feather or the around the whatever she's got on that teddy that Rosey Lotta wearing.
That's the feather around the Lotta Love. Taylor Wilde.
Oh, wait a minute. You
just outpowered, outsized.
Well, look at Taylor. She's trying to break the grip of the much larger Rosey. Oh my God. Rosey Lotta just chucking Taylor Wilde like she's yesterday's garbage or news.
Taylor Wilde has to learn to outsmart this gal. Certainly after everything that she's been through here in TNA Wrestling, Sarita, her ex-tag team partner, now appears as though the object of concern for Taylor Wilde.
Well, that's the key right there. What I think what Taylor wants to do. Oh, watch out. Oh my God, squish! Good God.
Squish.
Oh, that would have been bad. Look at Taylor. Trying to utilize her quickness, and that's what Taylor needs to do against this mammoth-like hottie known as Rosey Lotta.
You know, Taylor Wilde, this whole situation blew up Daphne, the reason, and perhaps this situation just unleashed something between Taylor Wilde and Sarita, something that's been brewing for a while.
Which situation? What are you talking about?
Well, obviously these two not getting along at all anymore, a philosophical difference, and we saw what happened earlier.
Right.
Really the end of one of the best TNA Knockouts tag teams in TNA history.
Oh, stuff happens with teams. A lot of times that happens behind the scenes where there's issues. Just because the team works good, you know, that's great chemistry as a team in the ring, in between the ropes, doesn't mean it happens behind the scenes. Whoa. Oh my God. Very unique version of some sort of a suplex.
An overhead release, it seems, and Taylor Wilde just threw
Rosey Lotta, look like she was throwing a big salami and provolone hero. See that? You know what provolone is? It's an Italian cheese.
Can Taylor Wilde survive the onslaught of Rosey Lotta? We'll find out when we come back. We are back. This week's TNA Xplosion Knockouts matchup. Rosey Lotta, Taylor Wilde. And the Giant from Las Vegas taking it to the Canadian here in this TNA Knockouts matchup. Backing it up.
You don't think that? Oh, man. Little stink face action.
Gracious.
Good Lord. Got to be some kind of funk resigerating out of that area.
What was the funk doing, Daz?
Resigerating.
Thank you.
Again, you were saying something, but I stopped you. I'll interrupt you while you're talking. Look at the size of Rosey's arms. They kind of remind me of battleships, especially with all that water around them. You know what I mean?
Well, certainly Taylor Wilde trying to keep afloat here in this situation.
What a segue. You're a machine. Never tried it again with me.
TNA Xplosion now just grabbing the mouth.
Yeah, Rosey.
Fish hooking her.
She's got a mean streak. Not only all that size. You know, I talked to Rosey one day. In her mind, she feels that she's as stealth as all her other knockouts here. She might be a tad delusional.
Well, what she has in delusional feeling, she makes up for in size, strength,
and ability.
And brute power, certainly locking in. Well, that size and strength is just leading right over you. How does that feel, Taz, when you have somebody the size of that?
Well, I never had a woman that big on my back, but I've wrestled men close to her size, and it hurts. I mean, when someone puts all that weight on your back, it can torture your spine and your neck. Right now, Rosey, no signs of letting go of that rear chin lock. That's smart by Taylor to turn towards her opponent. Do that jawbreaker-like move to break the hold. Can't get her off a vertical base.
She'll keep trying, chipping away at the stone. They're going back and forth.
It's like a mountain stone.
Leg lariat, not enough to take down Rosey Lotta.
Hey, might want to use 2 legs.
TNA Knockouts action on this week's Xplosion.
Look at the power.
Sit down power bomb.
That might be all she wrote if Rosey can get the cover on Taylor.
Rosey Lotta has shown she has quite a variety of offensive maneuvers, but none as dangerous as what I think we're about to see, Taz.
Yeah, I think you might be right there, JB. Look like Rosey, she's got some athletic ability. She's very light-footed for a large woman.
If she hits this.
Oh, my God. It's going to be like that Hindenburg. What the hell was that? Oh!
Taylor Wilde with the wherewithal to get out of the way just in the nick of time now from the top into the ropes.
Oh! Well, that's a big target, and Taylor hit it.
And that drop kick by the former TNA Knockouts champion Taylor Wilde, enough to send Rosey Lotta crashing to the floor.
Yeah, Rosey's out there. She's laid out. Oh, whoa, there's Sarita.
This is not good. We saw what happened earlier here on Xplosion this week. These two volatile situation is once again exploded. Wow. Happened near the locker room before. Now right out here in the center of the ring, the former TNA Knockouts champions.
No contest.
The tag team champions now going at it, and this just a situation that is blown up.
It's just a street fight here between these two former best friends. This thing is crazy.
Sarita.
JB, I think Taylor was going zoned in for the win. Thanks to Sarita. She ends up ending the match more or less. Taylor was trying to single leg her, but Sarita's just beating the daylights out of Taylor right now.
And this situation, obviously, seeming though a long time in the works now. Obviously, this situation with Taylor Wilde and Sarita, I don't know if it's jealousy, I don't know what it is, but something has happened with Sarita and changed her mindset completely.
Well, I kind of would like to see them keep going. I thought it was kind of cool, to be honest with you. I agree with our live audience here on the Impact Zone. Here we go. Let them go. Come on.
And the crowd in attendance, very vocal. They're not done. Wow.
Well, I think throughout this match, JB, Taylor's mind was on the situation with Sarita. We saw Taylor miss some moves and not be where she normally is during a match. But Sarita come out interjecting herself in this match. Match gets thrown out the window.
Nothing resolved between Taylor Wilde and Rosey Lotta. Nothing resolved here between Sarita and Taylor Wilde.
Need some more security out here. These two ladies, big time hatred.
And this situation appears to be far from over. Have we seen the last? I think not. Taylor Wilde and Sarita. We have not seen the end of this. We're coming back with more TNA Xplosion. Magnus coming up next here on Xplosion. They're far from over.